we are ranking each of the new hero specializations coming out in the War Within. In this video, we're taking a look at the Sand Lane for Blood and Unholy Deathknights. Vampiric warriors that drain strength from their enemies and empower themselves. We're going to go over these different hero specializations, about how they feel, their concept, their vibe, and all that stuff coming up.
Zazaze.
The Sand Lane. This is taking themes from the Vampiric Blood Princes and their queen from the Icecrown Citadel raid. I really love this specialization options theme. The Blood Princes were such an iconic trio, as well as the Blood Queen was just a cool fight and concept. I think it comes together really well into a really cool heroic feel for a character. For the actual implementation, your basic ability, either Heart Strike or Scourge Strike, is occasionally replaced by Vampiric Strike. This is going to do increased damage, heal you a small amount, and give you a stacking haste buff for 20 seconds. To get this to happen, you have to use your runic power spender, either Death Strike or Death Coil. Overall, the specialization is really about self-sustain, and it's a very passive specialization. Everything in it kind of just happens, and you continue to do your rotation as usual. This works best for players that don't want a change to their basic rotation and don't want to track anything in additional. Everything here just happens as you play. One of the cool things about this specialization is the Blood Beast you can summon, which is going to deal damage for you over time and then eventually explode into AoE damage. The capstone of this specialization makes it so that whenever you use either Vampiric Blood or Dark Transformation, your basic ability becomes Vampiric Strike for the entire duration. This is going to make it really easy for you to stack up that Gift of the Blood Queen and get that maximum haste really quickly. Infliction of Sorrow is the one talent that's actually going to change things up a bit. Whenever you Vampiric Strike, your current disease on the target is going to have its duration extended, and it's going to pulse for 10% of the remaining damage on it. This will make Vampiric Strike do a decent chunk of additional damage. In addition, after Gift of the Sand Lane ends, our capstone ability, your next Heart Strike or Scourge Strike is going to consume the disease on it, dealing 100% of the remaining damage to the target in one quick burst. Then you'll have to quickly reapply to the disease to keep getting this benefit. Paying attention to this is a great way to get additional damage out of your Gift of the Sand Lane ability, and mastering this will be a key to topping out the damage meters on this specialization. So with this implementation of the Sand Lane, I was really let down. I had a lot of hope for this hero specialization that it would be a really cool implementation of the vampiric feel, and I don't think they quite hit the mark with this. The route I would have gone would have played much more similar to the Blood Queen fight in Icecrown Citadel. I was really hoping for a new ability that will allow you to temporarily jump to an ally and bite them, giving them a short duration power boost as well as one to yourself. Then marking that ally with a debuff of Bloodletted that would stop you from marking them again. This could be a cool support style improvement that buffs your allies out instead of just focusing on yourself. From playing this specialization, what we got was something that I barely pay any attention to at all. I don't feel this vampiric specialization really at all. Occasionally my Heart Strike gets buffed to be a quick non-significant heal, and it didn't really have any impact or feel on my actual playstyle. So concept-wise, I would definitely rank this thing at like 4.5 out of 5. I think the Sand Lane concept would have been an amazing hero specialization if it actually felt like you were playing something a little bit different than the normal. Implementation, I'm going to rate all the way down at a 1 out of 5. I don't actually feel like this implementation makes you feel like a Sand Lane. It's just kind of a couple of personal buffs and a little bit extra healing. Power-wise, I think this is in the middle, but a little bit on the stronger side with 3.5 out of 5. Though it is extremely passive, it is also just generally really reliable. You get a solid increase to your haste and your strength, as well as a small survivability increase, helping your healers out. It's all around good, and there's no way that you can really mess it up because of how passive it is. So for overall hero score, I give this thing a 3 out of 5. Though not a really exciting hero specialization, I do think it's going to be used for a lot of pushing on tanks, as this gives some major survivability increases. Let me know what you think about my rankings for each of these, as well as what you would give each of these different characters.